What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a minute since I hit you boys with the last video, or video period, man. Yeah, today we got some news concerning Marvel's Avengers. But before we get started, guys, I ask that you hit that like button, subscribe if you hadn't already, and yeah. If you notice that I'm trying to sound a bit more calm about certain things here these days, it's for good reason. I'm trying to learn that, well, I'm learning that I have learned, and I'm accepting, if you will, that games ain't gonna always be what we want them to be. You know what I'm saying? So we got to take them for what they are. And yeah, now that don't mean that we just got to put up with the bullshit. We still speak our minds and let the motherfucker know what's going wrong when it's going wrong. But with that being said, with this update that's supposed to be coming to Marvel's Avengers next week, update 2.6, Crystal Dynamics has saw fit to grace us with some of their knowledge as to what's going on in the new update. So while you sit back, smack those like buttons, grab you a cup of coffee or whatever, something to drink, roll up, whatever, enjoy the video. Watch Jane Foster whoop some ass in the background, and let's talk about these upcoming buffs to characters, to the heroes that are in the game, because that's pretty much what this first patch is pretty much going to be doing. With the new update at the beginning, it's going to be introducing just some buffs and possibly some fixes to the game that can help us with I don't know, just to enjoy it a little bit more. So, guys, let's go ahead and get right on into it. First off, we will be getting an elite villain sector. Now, Shield has detected a great power source coming from AIM in the Badlands. Looks like Monica is running an operation herself, assembled a strike team, and hit the new elite raid, which rolls out on the 20th in update 2.6. Moving on to some hero updates. We definitely gonna be getting a whole bunch of updates for most of the characters, most notably some important characters like Hulk, Captain America, and Black Panther. But I'm gonna read through these changes that will be going on in the update next week, and I think it will be dropping on a Tuesday. So yeah. But first up, you got Iron Man. And with Iron Man, he's going to get a buff to his Unibeam. His Arc Overload will also be getting a buff, and the Hulk Buster will also be getting a buff. Now, I'm not going to sit here and try to dumb all this down to you. If you can look at I'll leave a link to the patch notes, and you can go check out exactly what's going on with the heroes, and figure out if it's either to your liking or whatnot. In my opinion, I've read them before and whatnot, and I see them. I know what they're about and what they are going to be, presenting. So I can pretty much tell you that these buffs and these nerfs are going to be greatly appreciated for most people. So like I said, anybody that's already an Iron Man main or whatnot, you already know Tony is probably one of the most he's one of the strongest characters in the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's not much going on when it comes to his buff. There's a few things, like I say, the Unibeam, they basically, one important thing about the Unibeam that they're going to be fixing is they're going to reduce the damage fall off at distances with the beam. You know what I'm saying? It's going to basically help with stun damage and attack damage, and basically most of these buffs will be driven to scale with valor and might. So we might be making a move into those might based builds with this next update. Moving on to my boy, one of my mains, Hulk. He's getting a much needed buff. He will now deal gamma damage when he is in rage mode. His willpower recovery through rage when struck by an enemy has been increased, so he's going to get more power back when you're using your rage and somebody hits you. Increase the duration of the rage from 3 seconds to 10 seconds. rage overcharge. So you know when you get overcharged, you usually lose it real quick with Hulk. Overcharging and with any character, being overcharged with any character in the game, if you didn't know, makes you stronger. So yeah, uh, willpower recovery generated through rage will also generate when rage is overcharged. So shit, we just gonna keep getting health back, man, and as it should, because Hulk is not. He is all but unbeatable. We know that. It ain't like you can't be like, and that's just from, I'm talking about speaking in the sense of comics and whatnot. Of course, in the game, you're gonna have to be somewhat, you know, stoppable. But it seems here with me when I'm playing with Hulk, man, like with all the stun locks and everything, that's what really hurts the most when you playing with the Hulk. Because if you get stun locked and then you take a big hit from one person here, one person here, one person here, you know what I'm saying? You be dead. The hell, if you don't even have them set up properly, one shot will pop you down, knock you down with the Hulk, and then you'll be doing the probably the most damage in the lobby. You know what I'm saying? That's not to say a big thing because it depends on who you running with. But yeah, Hulk did need to be able to withstand more than he could, in my opinion. That's what the point of me saying this was. I need Hulk is pretty much a tank character in my eyes. You build him properly, he'll have more than enough health, and yeah, he'll be able to deal plenty of damage to help the team. So yeah, the stranglehold move as well will be able to initiate takedowns on adaptoids and exos instead of just regular aim bots. Uh, the takedown also will affect a notable, a larger area as well. So, like I said, I'll let y'all go and check that out. He also getting a update to his buff to his Bone Shaker move, and of course, Thunderclap is getting a update as well. So, moving on to Thor, you're going to increase the duration of the Odin Force charge from 3 to 10 seconds because all overcharges in this game seem to be a little underwhelming. So increasing these overcharges, the times, 10 seconds in this game goes a long way. You can get a lot done in 10 seconds. You can beat a lot of enemies in 10 seconds, especially with a lot of overcharge. So yeah, God Blast, the damage done by God Blast, it now scales with precision and valor. So valor in my eyes has always been a good thing because it helps with your heroics. The higher your valor, the stronger your heroics. So should be, you know. So yeah, that's gonna scale. The God Blast will scale. It's got a buff. Warrior's Fury, damage done by Warrior's Fury now scales alongside valor, might instead of precision. Uh, the Bifrost damage now scales with Valor, and now additionally scales with Might. So if your Might and your Valor is up high enough with Thor, you be dealing some major damage with your heroics. Black Widow, she got a buff, increased the duration of her overcharge. She increased her attack damage. You'd increase stun damage. I noticed a lot of stun damage in all these heroes are coming up too. You getting that a lot of that going on. That's for Widow's Bite. You get a 70% increase. What is that? Widow's Bite attack damage increased in Widow's Bite attack damage by 70%. Damage done by the Veil of Shadows now scales alongside Valor and Might. Increase Veil of Shadows attack damage by 60%. Yeah, bro, they hooking characters up. You know what I'm saying? They making them feel more marvelous, as I would say, bro. The game is a superhero Marvel game, a Marvel superhero game in a sense. It doesn't feel all too superheroic with some characters. You know what I'm saying? And some characters who ain't true superheroes feeling real OP. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and move on in to Black Panther's update, which he will be getting a buff as well across the board with all his heroics. 450% increase for his King's Mercy, a 30% damage increase for Gamoyo bees. Of course, with his overcharge, there was really no need to do an overcharge thing or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So, because Black Panthers, if you set him up properly, he'll take care of himself, as you see when I'm playing with him and whatnot. But With Boss Chosen, you're gonna get it did now scales with Valor and Might. So your precision is out of there. Then they gonna hurt my damn knife throwing, man. But that's fine, whatever, as long as it's still contendable, it'll be good, you know what I'm saying? Because Black Panther don't feel too strong when you're punching. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he does a lot. I do a lot more damage with my knives, you know what I'm saying, than I do with hitting people on that, or with the little blast that he pops off of him. I do a lot more damage with that, you know what I'm saying? Plus they're increasing his vibranium damage by 900%. So yeah, you got that. Captain America's another one of my mains. He getting a buff to his steamroller by 240%. He's gonna everything that they're doing for Cap across the board is basically to scale with might and valor. Everything that you hear is scaling with your might and valor. Some shit not won't scale with precision anymore. So you have to take that into account when you're making your classes up. So Hawkeye, on the other hand, only got one damn buff. And that buff is damage done by recovery arrow, now scales alongside valor and precision. So that man only got one buff. That just lets you know how strong this motherfucker is in the game already. You know what I'm saying? Kate Bishop, she got some shit. Of course, all her heroics and whatnot will scale with might and valor, just like everything else. You get some huge increases in attack damage, 150, stun damage, 115, singularity and stun damage going up. I mean, yeah. Jane Foster, they hooking her up a little bit. I mean, pretty much her and Thor are the same characters. So you figure whatever buff Thor gets, Jane is gonna get, and it's pretty much that exact thing. So yeah. Moving on. Well, the most character who I believe is the reason the game is broken it's so much, Ms. Marvel, and you can take that how you want. She's getting the buff as well, and yeah, a really big buff. You know, she got a lot of things. Spider-Man, of course, and last but not least, Spider-Man, who's getting a huge buff for his attack damage for his web bomb to 725%. Damn. And then if it goes up to 930% with fucking web retraction attack damage, like, Jesus Christ. Wrecking Ball, that now scales with might instead of precision, so Spider-Man might be punching harder. Okay. Guys, look. I mean, other than that's pretty much what we got going on right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, this update is to basically get these characters in line with so they can feel more superheroic than they already feel. You know what I'm saying? And I'm all for it. You know what I mean? Of course, we got a few light quality of life changes, user interface, art, animation, combat, known issues and workarounds. Y'all already know. If you've been playing the game, you've seen it all, and ain't nothing really else that they can do but fix these things. So with that being said, guys, I turn it over to you. With these buffs coming in for these characters come next week, what do you expect from your character, your main, whoever you play with, just characters you've used before and didn't think much of? What you expect? You expect that it'll be a bit more, interesting to see how this plays out, because this is just the beginning of 2.6. We got a whole bunch of other shit coming too. You know what I'm saying? Fixes and content is cloning labs, and we still got Bucky coming around. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's interesting to see. And then they say we got the Elite, so, and I still got to get my shit worked out, so I'll be able to run the game, the Elite. So you'll be seeing a lot more of me playing some Avengers. But yeah, guys, y'all let me know what you think down below in the comment section. That's gonna be it for this one. Hope you enjoyed. It's been a while since I did an actual video, but I'm getting back in there. So y'all let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. Have a good one. Stay safe. And peace.